Good morning. Happy Father's Day to everybody. That's not my son. He's the alternate. I'm not his father. I'm the substitute. His dad's working, my son's sick, so we decided to fish today. And we are not on the Kissimmee Chain. We're somewhere else, so stick around. We'll tell you where we're at. So, sun's just about to peek over the trees to the east of us. We are, I don't even know how deep we're, 12 feet. I don't have electronics on. I don't have rods on the deck. I'm just happy to be outside in a lake that actually has some water in it. Because the chain right now, as everybody knows, is dangerously shallow. Happens every June. Yes, it's muddy. Yeah, it also happens when you have a shallow mud puddle and a lot of wind coming out of the east for days at a time. It stirs it up, it turns brown. That's normal. Unlike the hack that keeps posting videos about how the chain is destroyed, and it's, oh my God, he just pisses me off so much. We're gonna call him Mr. K, because I'm not gonna give him any free advertising. If you want to go look up his videos and see what the stuff he puts out, the National Enquirer would have to say, I think that's too far for even us. Because he needs to get his tinfoil hat back on, go back to his mother's basement, and just shut the up. I'm tired of him. Yeah, sorry about that. He just winds me up. He's got an agenda. He keeps spewing this propaganda. He did a video last year about the algae bloom on the hatch. Now, Nathan and I live on Port Hatch. Literally is our backyard. If you walk more than 25 steps from either one of our back doors, you're getting wet. We see it every day. And everything in that video was a lie. Sorry, it just was a lie. The one he put up last month about Kissimmee and the spraying, he posted he's got a really nice drone, and he posted a picture of Lake Kissimmee from last month, from down in Grape Hammock area, and yeah, it's brown, and they sprayed it, but that happens every June. And he posted a picture from November 5 years ago where Kissimmee is nice and pretty blue. Now, I've lived on Kissimmee for a while. I've been fishing it since the 80s. That boy's never lived anywhere else except Port Hatchinall. Have you ever seen the water blue on Lake Kissimmee? No. It was a very nice color grading job for his video. That's the kind of propaganda he puts out. Listen to him if you want. He's an idiot. I don't know what he's doing. But I'm getting off my soapbox because I want to fish, and I know you guys are tired of hearing this crap. But Kissimmee is fine. This happens every year. That's why we're here. We know it happens every year. It's 90 plus degrees in the water. It's muddy. The fish are stubborn. If we wanted to go play with 2-pounder schooling, we could do that. But today is about catching big fish. So we are in Lake Annie, downtown Dundee, Florida, the metropolitan area of Dundee, Florida. One stoplight if you've never been here, just so you know. And we're fishing deep, clear, spring-fed lake, looking for a big fish. The last time we were here, there was a bit of a beatdown.
Yeah, I remember that beatdown.
He should, because it was 30-something to not many. But today, hopefully, is revenge of Lake Annie.
Revenge of Lake Annie.
We're not going after little fish. We're not going after numbers. We are going to be dragging and fishing deep with crankbaits, hopefully, to find some big ones. So y'all stick around. I'm getting off my soapbox now. All right, see. Smacked it. Schmacked it. All right, let's put some live on, see what's going on here. It's possible to get bit either direction at this point. In the pads, because it's still early. Or that way, targeting the outside edge of underwater grass line. We'll see if that works. Let's just go fishing now. Y'all stick around. Yeah, there's consistently a lot of stuff out there about 50 feet that way. We'll run this way for a little bit, and then we'll jump offshore and come back down the bridge. Because there's got to be a couple up in here that have been feeding this morning, pushing bait. We just ain't got to him yet. Yeah, I'll get the jerkbait on that one. There we go. Can we say first cast?
Yep.
What the hell is it? Oh, it's a little guy. I got him in the top of the head. All right, so y'all saw that. I went in the box, pulled out a bait that I thought would work because it worked here last time, first cast. At least they're bigger than they were last time.
Yeah.
Significant. It might be the same fish. It's grown up since the last 6 months, but one. He got in the top of the head, so he's coming up off the bottom to get it. I mean, we're in 5 feet of water, or we were. So a jerkbait, a bigger jerkbait that's similar in color that goes deeper, like one of those big 6-inch jerkbaits. I got a bunch of them, but I got several of them that are this color. This little thing. You put it on a jerkbait rod or put it on that rod and fish it deeper. What color did I tell you is going to work? When we were standing at Bridge Masters yesterday, what did I tell you? What did we buy? I told you. Tip down, get it down, and then slowly work it back to you. There we go. 2 fish. Maybe 1.5, 1.25, 1.125. This is not what we're looking for. However, it's early morning low light. We're up in the shallows trying to find maybe some bigger fish that are chasing bait up in the shallows. Oh, that's what I didn't want you to do.
Need some help there?
Well, it's buried in my finger. I pulled a Captain Blue. You should always have one of these in the boat. I got this on Amazon for like, I don't know, 12 bucks. I'll put a link, buy one, put it on a boat. For these little times, buy a first aid kit.
And if you ain't got a boat,
You need one anyway.
get one of these
Yep.
for your tackle bag.
Yep. And if you don't have a boat, get one of these. Back in action. I had a boo-boo, that's now fixed.
There you go.
Hey, it's on the board. Look at this one. Yeah, turn around. Give me the chin. There we go. Nate is on the board, 2-1. Uno for Nate. 2-1. So we found an underwater point using our graph, using the chart. We made a pass shallow with top water and a little jerkbait, which we found a couple decent ones. Well, I found a little one and a good one. And now we're drifting back down across it. Nate's throwing the bigger jerkbait. We're in a little deeper water, which he's fishing in the 4 to 5 foot range and has got one. And I'm going down to the bottom, which is like 10 feet deep, and I'm plowing in the grass with this crankbait that dives to 10 to 12. So we're trying to figure out where the bigger fish are. So y'all stick around. Good one, Nate. Nope, got another little. Two, 1.5 to 1.5.
Yeah, I agree.
So we both got a decent one and a little baby. That one's barely longer than the jerkbait, but it counts. It's a fish. 2.
Cool like that.
I'm cool like that. Mike. So you didn't think I'd get that reference, did you? I'm more hip than you think I am. I'm not your typical old fogey. There we go. Not a giant, but a fish. Tree for the Nate. So that's 6 in the boat.
Yep. 4 for me, 2 for
Ain't he-
you.
Isn't he cute?
Look at the pretty colors.
He's cute. 6. When those fucking spray boats were out there. Shit, there's pictures. Oh, no, it's not.
Your rod tip had me concerned.
Well, it's a Mike Iaconelli giant. See? He's huge. Giant. He's a giant. 7. Not one of them has got it in his mouth yet. That's number 8. You got me 5 to what? 3 now?
Yeah, 5 for 3.
Killing me. It's actually a better fish than I thought it was going to be. Hey, he's not. Don't like Annie special.
You know, fish tank quality, guys.
It's a big fish tank, but still a fish tank.
55 gallons.
Big fish tank fish. On the jerky bait. Good job, Nate.
Number 6, Dinkosaurus Rex.
Hey!
Beyond braid. Oh, as soon as it hit the water.
Uh-oh, boy's kicking my ass now. How big is it? That little guy. That's a better fish. Oh, that's a fish. That might be a net fish for this lake. He's just mad. Another long one though.
And another one.
And another one. Look at that boy go. Ate the tree. Big in that color.
Jumper 9 to 3.
Tiny tree.
There you go.
That's your nothing. It's like twins. Oh, that's a little smaller than the other ones. Beat down is getting there.
10 to 3.
In the tree.